Hey everybody, in this video I'll be giving my opinion for the best Elementalist spell in Frostgrave. Hey everybody, I'm Alan with Bricks and Blocks Gaming, tabletop gaming with bricks and blocks and helping to build your gameplay experience. In the game of Frostgrave, the Elementalist can control the natural elements around them. Their spells include abilities to harness the wind and earth, create energy barriers around them, and conjure a variety of offensive powers. When looking over the Elementalist spell list, there were two spells that I kept going back and forth with as far as which one I felt was the best spell from the school. And those two spells are Elemental Bolt and Wall. So let's get to the bricks and blocks of these two spells, and then I'll give my opinion for which one I feel is the best Elementalist spell in Frostgrave. Elemental Bolt inflicts a +7 elemental magic shooting attack. With the exception of powered up or supported melee figures, nothing else in this game can produce a single attack that is this powerful. It can be absolutely devastating to enemy soldiers, and can keep opposing spellcasters cowering behind cover the entire game. The fact that it deals magic damage is important because some monsters in the game can only be affected by magic attacks, and this creates a way for dealing with those targets. Its range of 16 inches isn't as far as a bow can shoot an arrow, but it's sufficient enough if your board is properly littered with terrain. And it allows you to keep a safe distance from your enemies while you're using it. There are other attack spells in the Elementalist School, but Scattershot and Destructive Sphere require you to get up close to your opponent. An Elemental Ball, while having good range, only causes a +5 attack, and the area effect damage it causes is limited to a blast radius of just 1 inch from the targeted figure. So when it comes to an attack spell, Elemental Bolt gets my vote every time. Wall, however, isn't an attack spell. It creates a 6-inch wide and 3-inch tall wall that can block alleyways and line of sight, essentially cutting off entire sections of the board from each other. This is a great utility spell that can protect a spellcaster from charging enemies or prevent arrows from shooting a fleeing treasure carrier in the back. It can also be used for aggressive strategies to corner opponents so they can't get away from your own charging figures. A few things to keep in mind with this spell are, it does have a chance of disappearing as the battle goes on. The wall has no depth, it's apparently paper thin. It can be climbed with normal climbing penalties, but uncontrolled creatures will never climb terrain when making random movements. With this last point, that means that if there are no target points specified for the scenario you're playing, you can essentially cage up monsters when they appear. And that can make them ineffectual for the entire battle, which is often easier than trying to kill some of the stuff that can show up. So, which is better? The sheer attack power of Elemental Bolt, or the utility of Wall? My vote for best Elementalist spell goes to Wall. While nothing feels better than one-shotting an enemy barbarian with a bolt of lightning, the fact that you do roll to cast, then roll again to make the actual attack, can make it a bit unpredictable to stop a figure right when you need it to. Wall, however, requires just a single casting roll, which can be empowered to ensure success, and it's against a lower casting number, which makes it typically more reliable when it really counts. Also, as I've mentioned in other videos, Frostgrave is all about getting to treasure and getting it off the table, and creating solid barriers around the battlefield is extremely useful for controlling the board to assist you in these efforts. And all these reasons are why I've chosen Wall as the best Elementalist spell. Let me know in the comments your pick for best Elementalist spell, whether you agree with my assessment or not, and why. And feel free to click like or subscribe so you can keep up with all the content I'm releasing. I'm Alan with Bricks and Blocks Gaming. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.